Hello, 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 everyone. Kim from K&RP here. It is a clouded over. It was sunny a little while ago. Beautiful Tuesday afternoon here in southeastern Manitoba. It's currently 16 degrees Celsius, which is 61 Fahrenheit. So you can see that we're finally starting to get some spring type warmer weather. Windows are open, birds are singing. It's lovely. Hi, Anne. What have you been up to? I've been up to nothing. My desk is as it was on Sunday. Today, hi Pam, welcome, welcome. So today I thought I like my Useday Crafternoons because I use some of the supplies, some of the stuff I've been hoarding. You know, I use bits to make more bits. So today I was going to give you guys the option of do I do inchies, twinchies, circles, 3x4s, ATCs. Oh, nice, Anne. I have not mailed that box off yet of the ones that I've got done, but I will. Hi, Cal. Welcome, welcome. So they are fabulous hoarders. So I want to use up, you know, how I take my gel prints and I chop them up into bits. I have a box of inchies, a box of twinchies, ATCs, circles, and of course I have others, but woohoo! Welcome, welcome, Leah. Nice to see you. What are twinchies? Twinchies are 2x2 inch squares, and then you decorate them. So you could use them as tuck spots, you could just use them as decorations, but it's all done. It's like a little piece of art on a 2-inch square. Does that make sense? So I was going to leave it up to you guys today to throw something at me that I need to create with. And I figured that I would let you guys choose what I'm going to do today. I also have, yes, Cal, heart backgrounds. I have corners. And I do have 3x4 inch pieces. Twinchies, gladly. Let's do some twinchies. I did some last week. I did a challenge. I wanted to do 10 prompts on each twinchie, and I did manage it. I posted it in my page and I think a couple of other pages. But okay, let's just grab, I don't want two greens. Let's just grab some twinchies. Do them all. Unfortunately, today I have to be very time conscious. I have my kids and their families coming for supper. So I actually have to cook something other than soup. You know, let's do 6 2-inch squares. Let's do a variety of them. There. Oh, no, two yellows. No two yellows. Let's use this orange one. So these are a variety of different page backgrounds. This one is cardstock. This one's cardstock. This is just a copy paper. Another copy paper. This one's a cardstock, maybe even a piece of the background of a greeting card. And this is just copy paper as well. So let's see what we should do with these. Should I do prompts? Nice. That would be awesome. That's excellent. An assortment is genius. Or corners. Okay, so do I use prompts? Or do I wing it? Prompt swing it. Prompt swing it. I could do either. Wing it. All right. Okay. So I have 6 Twinchies, and let's start by. This is almost like doing grid journaling, right? So I could do them so that they're matchy. I could do them so they're different. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with taking a big black marker, and I want to draw some circles because I love circles. And again, it doesn't matter if this stuff gets cut up or covered up. It's there. It's not there. I love circles. This has circles on it, but that's okay. That's actually a gold paint that I used as a stamp. Let's do a couple of little ones. So they're going to have this same element, but everything else I think is going to be different. Okay, so how about if I take a green marker and I draw just some green lines, because there's already a green there, but that's okay. Add some green lines to that one. Can you guys see what I'm doing? Have I missed anybody coming in? Yeah, shipping is horrible. I cringe when I have to ship things. Okay, so that one's got 3 green lines. Let's do some green circles on this one, just because I can. These are I just grabbed a handful of markers out of the Crayola or whatever kids marker bin. They're just, kids markers. Yeah. This is a Crayola color switchers. So it's icy dicey denim venom. Let's see what it does. This one obviously hasn't been used. And it just goes on clear. I wonder why. That's weird. You can't see that. I can't see that. And it's not like it's shiny or anything. Let's put the cap on the right side. Let's use this side. And do that again. Just a big blue rectangle over on this side. Because, again, these are just little pieces of art. You can tuck them into tuck spots. You can use them as a corner. You could use them as a tuck, like tuck, tuck. You know what I mean. Okay, so this one is a Laurentian, and it's a brown color. So I think I want to color in where these overlap. Maybe color in these ones. I'm just adding something a little bit different to each one. Oh, look, I've got 2 of these ones here. You only want one. I don't know what I want to do to that one. I think I'm going to glue stuff on too. Let's do some gluing on. I've got this bright yellow hole punched stuff that I used for, I use the little circles for flowers. I got one with some little green holes. Oh no, Pam. So I'm just going to glue this on randomly because I can. So you could turn these into clusters if you so desire. I might just do a little cluster at this corner. Let's do that before I do anything else. Let's add a cluster to this corner on this one. So that's a little bit of green. I have my bit bin has become absolutely loaded. I haven't been using it. I have railway scale model ad. Let's use some of that. I'm going to stick to a green theme, or like, yeah, definitely a green theme with this one. They don't have to be color, you do what you want. Do what you want. But the idea, oh, look, look at the very bottom. I have a green Christmas tree. Let's add that. Because I'm going to outline it in black. It doesn't have to be a Christmas tree. I have a black marker that I use. There we go. It's hard to get in those little bits of places, but that's okay. Just a general brushing of some dark stuff on there just to show that it is a tree. So did everybody have a good weekend? Oh, look, I've got this side. That's kind of cool. I'm just going to put that side up because it's kind of doodled on a little bit. And I can always add more. Oh, let's do this. Put this down first. Now that I've got those holes, I don't really want to cover them up, but it's okay. It can get covered. How about some green thread? Definitely a nice idea to have that. So I'm just doing a scrunchy little thing with green thread. Sort of, maybe. It's not working. How do you guys do this so that the little threads stay nice and together and it just looks like something cute? Mine always ends up looking like a bird's nest. I don't know how to do this for some reason. There. I'm going to stick that up here. Yeah, I'm doing green. It's Kel's favorite color. What else do I have that's green? I have some of this blingy stuff that's green. I'm just going to add just a whack load of green stuff, guys. There's still lots of glue by that. I just want to use it to hold down that string. Wow, that was really sticky. Then I have this really cool glitter paint. This is a tempera paint. I've got other ones that aren't glittery. Awesome. Halfway. Yay. That's so nice. So nice. Okay, let's see what this looks like on just a piece of book page. I've got this dictionary thing sitting here. Well, that's kind of cool. There's no finesse to it, but it's interesting. So I think what I'm going to do is down this side, I'm going to do a line of this stuff. Green glitter. Yeah. These are actually a lot of fun. But like I said, there's no finesse to them because the brush blah 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 blah. The brush bristles are plastic. Gibble worded today, guys. I don't know where the heck that came from, but. And what about some? I've got sequins. I've got. Ooh, how about? Do I have a fun green button? It's kind of a fun green button. I think that that's going to take away from the bling that's on there, so maybe not a button. Maybe I'd like some green lace. Where's my bag of fabric-y bit things? I've got lots of bits of stuff everywhere. Everywhere. I've got this really cool flannel. It's like an argyle kind of flannel. I made my daughter pajama pants out of those. I have a green leaf. I have green yarn. But now I'm thinking this needs to be a cluster. I've got some other green thread. Maybe a little bit of that. I've got a piece of green flannel. But I really wanted green lace. I have a vision for this one now. And I know that probably doesn't surprise you or me. Wow, I've got no green lace in the bag, guys. Okay, no green lace. I guess I could use white. I could use a piece of this white. It's very pretty. Why not? Why not? Okay, so since I've got the bling on that corner, I guess if I put the leaf on, it has to come from the other side over the glued glittery stuff. I think maybe this leaf might be too big. Can I make it smaller? If I do this, I could do that. Let's make it smaller. So all I did was I took some glue and I put it down there. And I'm just kind of folding it over a little bit. Yeah. Cribs actually take up a fair bit of space, but they are necessary, right? And that glue didn't stick on that leaf. Nope. Okay, fail. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Maybe I need to just cut a big green leaf. I should have green leaves. I've got a whole bin of leaves and things. I've got a vision. I have a vision. Let's just dump that out. I've got some cool little green leaves that almost look plaid-ish. Cut them out of something with green grids on. So there's a really pretty lacy flower here. I think I'm going to cut that out. Can you see where I'm going? Yeah, love that autocorrect. Yes, ma'am. It struck again. So I have this cute little flower. And I've got, let's take that bit of lace off. I've got this. Oh, got to stay inside the 2 inches. I guess this little bit of string hanging over isn't bad, but anything else has to stay inside the 2 inches. So I'm going to work right in the center now. Make this like a little green cluster of stuff. And again, try not to make it too bulky if you're putting it in a journal. Okay, so I've got that. Now that green hold fabric, green hold stuff is totally hidden. That's okay. That's okay. I'm going to put these leaves, and you can barely see the circles that I put on there. Things like the circles, I just consider when you get a blank page and you're kind of scared of it and you don't know where to start, if you do something like that, it takes away the, oh no, what am I going to do? All right, so now I've got 3 green leaves. You can still see a little bit of that glittery stuff behind. And then if I put this little lace flower over it all, that is, I would consider that done. Nice, Pam. Great idea. Does that make sense to you guys, the way I just did that? And let's use a toothpick to push that down. No, you flipped it over. Now you've got glue everywhere. Silly, silly, silly. All right. So I have 120 done. I'm just going to consider that a little green 20 cluster. I want to put this yellow paper on this one because it's kind of fun. It's got some orange on it. Actually, when I was cutting stencils the other day, I ended up with a whole bunch of, the outside bits from the stencils. Where are they? I've got them right here someplace. So I cut them into pieces and I want to use them on my gel plate. I want to put them around the edges. Well, I want to put paint down and then I want to put these down and put more paint so that I'll have like a strange border around my print. So I got some very interesting masking things to use. Okay, a little bit of yellow. I have these bows that I cut out from the live the other day. Well, I did them after the live. I want just a little one. It's a nice little green bow. What should the little green bow be tying up? Wow, I sure didn't cut any little ones. Okay, so while we're thinking about that, let's decorate this bow so that it... Thanks, Anne. Again, mindless crafting. Use what you've got. Of course, I'll edge it black, or maybe I'll get some paint out and edge it with a paint. We'll see. So I showed you how I do these little bows on Sunday. I'm just going to take a marker, make it look like a bow. If this marker is going to work on here, it doesn't work on there. Get out a gel pen. Or how about this green marker? Will you work on there? You do work. Perfect. So I've got the knot. And let's do the inside of the bow dark. And let's just put some dark down the inside. I cut that pretty straight. That's okay. So again, with the bows, you just do them up any way you like on screen. I added the dark green so it looks like there's a hole in the ribbon on those. Going to use gel pen, just a white. Doesn't want to stay writing. Have I let the ink get too old, guys? Is it because it's on paint? I've never had it be an issue on paint in the past. And we've got knot, so let's outline the knot. Make it lighter there and there and there. You just make it your way, guys. You know, you just keep doodling on it until you like it, and then if you doodle on it a lot and you still don't like it, you can always file it in the round bin. It's just paper. Okay, so now I have the bow to go on there. I just need to decide what I want behind the bow. How about I always fall back to the flowers. Yes, I do. I have lace. Look, I found a piece of green lace now. Too late. I've got the yellow. I need something kind of fun. How about if I just cut this into some lengths? So what's everybody else working on? Pam, have you been doing any sewing this week? Anne's making signatures. Kel, have you finished the Afghan? I saw that you were on with Shannon, I think. Or you were talking about something that you and Shannon, an easy project for your crocheting. I'll kind of gather that up so that you can see the holes. Hey, Jim Peter, welcome. I am making twinchies because I have so much stuff I need to use up. So I'm going to stick this bow on there. Almost looks like cat's whiskers and the nose. I think I want to do some metallic glitter glue. Here we go with the glitter glue again. I could use sequins, but I have a lot of glitter glue. And this actually does have gold in the paint, so have you done anything with those slippers? Are you still having trouble? Do we need to come on together again? I have gold glitter glue. It appears to be empty. Goodness. Ah, there we go. So I'm going to put little drops of, no, That one is too far gone. Garbage. Look, I threw something else in the garbage, guys. Who am I and what have I done with Kim? Okay. Guess we gotta use the big. This is Pages. Nope, I lied. It's Elmer's. Elmer's. Hi, Susan. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I am just playing Twinchies today. I'm just freestyling and decorating some Twinchies. So I'm just going to dab some of this glue all over this yarn. It really does look like whiskers and eyes. Maybe I'm going to turn this into another alien or something, guys. Another dot there. And let's just do another dot there. It really, really looks like eyes. They are. They are. I must have a good 2 or 3 pounds of glitter sitting in that other room there. Okay, now I want to turn that into a little creepy people with eyes. And that could be a mustache. It's okay, Pam. You get to it when you get to it. I feel like I am so far behind. Sherry sent me a pattern that I need to try. I have to finish working to see if I can get that t-shirt yarn to work for the cat houses, and between, yard work, etc., it's just not doing what I need it to do. Okay, so I have to admit, I'm not overly fond of this one. We'll see what happens when the glitter glue dries sometime tomorrow, and I just might add some more. Probably do a little bit of doodling on it because you can see the black circles, which is fine. I might come back and put some dots on them, but now that I've put a pound of glitter glue on, it's going to just sit. So speaking of these black circles, this one isn't completely closed. What pen did I use? This one. So what are you working on, Susan? I'm turning this one into a spiral. I'm putting a dot in the middle of that one. And this one. You've got a lot going on. You've got yard work, you've got dogs, you got kids. You're just busy, Pam. It'll get done when it gets done. I had a teacher who was all about the shoulds. Whose should is it that you have to get all this stuff done in one day? Who, And I firmly believe that, because some days you just can't do it. It's just beyond braining. So I just added some little X's to that black circle and dots in the center. I'm going to add X's onto a goddess journal. Oh, fantastic. Fantastic. Yeah, don't shit on me. Perfect. Perfect. I like that. So what kind of things are you putting in that goddess journal? Are you doing like quotes or just images? What kind of artwork? I'm just nosy. Nosy, nosy. Do you use your own artwork? Do you use other people's artwork? What? Nosy Kim, you know, curious, curious. How about I've got this big blue rectangle that I did here. I could put smaller strips of blue paper in it to give it some height and texture. I could. What else could I do to that? I could stitch in it. Awesome. Awesome. Do you show it when you're working on it? Like, do you put it in it? Blah. Wash my face cannot do a thing with it. Do you put it in any like Facebook groups or anything? Because I would love to see how you're creating this. It sounds stunning. It really, really does. I'm going to put some stitching on that. So I've got just a piece of packing foam, white packing foam stuff. And when I stitch on something like this, because it is cardstock, it's thicker, I like to pre-poke the holes. It makes a neat sound. Nice. Nice, nice. So this is a nice thick needle. I don't know if I want to use that one or something a little thinner. That one's too thin. That's even bigger than the other one, I believe. Comparable. It's got a smaller eye. I think I'll use that one. So it won't poke quite as big a hole into the paper. And I'm going to throw this little piece of thread out. So are you using a specific color theme with it? I know you're going to say, oh, don't go to that lady's channel. She's rude. She just grills me with questions and questions. I just love to see, how other people's thought processes work. Goodness, thought processes sounds the same. Processes work and how they adapt what they have to what they need. Does that make sense? It made sense in my head before it spewed out of my mouth. Okay. Now I need some sort of thread thing to put through this. What have I got kicking on the desk? Normally I have spools of thread. I have paint. That's not going to lace up. Oh, look, I've got these little bits that I have left over from doing that inchy twinchy prompt thing I was doing. I could put those on. I have purple. Oh, look, I have some red back here. I'm going to use this red because that'll be a nice color contrast. Well, I appreciate you coming to my channel and checking it out. Today's just kind of like a free-for-all day. I didn't really know what I wanted to do. I want to do everything with no real rhyme or reason to how or what I'm doing. All right. So I'm going to start at the top. But I want it on the outside because I want to tie a bow. And I'm going to do it zigzag, almost like a corset. Does that make sense? So it's in X's. Oh, no, no, no. I totally would understand that. Some of those Eastern goddesses are stunning. I follow a thing, bead lust or something on Facebook, and some of the beadwork and things that they do on clothing is fit for a goddess. So I can see where the Eastern would come in. See, Anne? I asked that, and she said she hasn't posted yet. I think she needs to because we're nosy. So I'm just going, I went at an angle down one side. Now I'm going back doing the crosses. And then when I get to the top, I'm going to tie a bow. So it looks like I call it a corset stitch. I don't know what else or what it's cross stitch. Not exactly cross stitch, but Kel would know. Kel, what am I doing here? Kel, Pam, anyone? Anne? Susan? Okay, so now I'm going to cut that. Yeah, gotta know where to watch for it. Do you have a channel, Susan? Ooh, tiny little bow. Work, fingers, work. Embroidery. Well, sort of, kind of, I guess. So now I have little X's and a bow. X's and bows. I like it. I'm just going to put a little drop of glue on that because, I can. So I think with this black curl that I did, I am going to do dots around the spiral in white, or so I think. I have no idea where this one's going. This is just a random, totally random. I've often wondered, you guys watch me do this stuff and I have no rhyme or reason. I fly by the seat of my pants. And I often wonder if this is the way you guys do things or if I'm, you know, yeah. How do you guys do it this way? Or do you actually plan things out prior to? And then I want to do a couple of big black dots. Yeah, I was thinking it's more like a cross stitch. My motto kind of is you doodle until you like it, or you play until you like it, or you hate it. And this can go in that I'm not too happy with it, and I have to think how I can salvage it, or if it's going to go in the bin. Yeah, okay, depends on what you're doing. I get you. Let's do little flower thingies in here. Little flower thingies. So I've got black and white and a little bit of yellow, blue and red for just a little bit of punch. Now, I like the blue just as it is, but I think with the red, no, don't put that over there. I think with the red, what I'd like to do is take a red, I wish I had a red pen, actually. I've got gel pens. Yeah, that's exactly it. I have a red gel pen. I'm going to go around these flower things, just one single circle with red. Make sure it's writing. Okay. Just to pull in the red of the thread. Look, I rhymed. My mom would say, "You're a poet, but you didn't know it, but your feet show it. They're Longfellows." Sorry. Awesome. So this one I will consider complete. And then I can use it as a tuck. If I put it in a journal, I might add, you know what? I'm going to put a red circle inside these too. Because it's a 20 and it should just be the 2 inches, which it is, I might take a red marker and edge it. I might put it on a page with some red lace or something behind it. So I've got 2 that I'm happy with and one that it's like, what were you thinking? Oh, wait, you weren't. So that's 3. Oh, 3 more to go. What am I going to do on these ones? Okay, I've got these little bits of edging that I have left over from, I like those green marks on there. This one's got a bit of brown on it. I think I'm going to use this along the edge. Do I want to? Yeah. I'm going to put this down on this edge because it's brown and I colored the circles in with the brown. Sometimes I do have sort of like an idea. Which side do I want to put? Let's put it here. There's a bit more room. And it's not the full size. It's not the full 2 inches, but that's okay. It's perfectly fine. You know, it just has to be a hint of whatever you're doing, right? It doesn't even have to be bold, and it can just be a shadow. Does that make sense? Kind of like the way this lace looks over the whole thing. Not sure I want to do that. It would be much better if I could sew it down with my sewing machine, but I still have not got it fixed. What else have I got? What else? I've got this really funky yarn. Weren't people making jewelry out of this kind of yarn a while ago? I managed to find 6 balls of it at the thrift store for 50 cents each. So I bought it because I thought it was really interesting and fun. It's already got that. How about if I just do a floral cluster? Yes. See, I'm resorting back to my florals, guys. I want different green. Different green. Looking more for a gel print for the leaves because they have better texture, and I'm going to use this for leaves. Look, I'm making more bits to use up, guys. Wait, there's more, you know. And I'm just going to lop off a hunk that size. And I'm going to go fold it up because that's what I do. But I'm going to fold it this way because I want it kind of grassy looking. If that makes sense. How do I use my finished twinchies? I use them. Do I have any in here? Give me a sec. I use them as did I just dip that in my tea? Goodness. I use them as corners. This one is just glued down. It's not a tuck. Sometimes I use it like when you do a border and you've got nice strips of something down. Okay, let me show. Let me grab a couple of pieces of paper and I'll show you what I mean. I have a bin of strips. So if I was doing like a border or an edging on a page, I would have a couple of strips, different colors, same colors. We'll pretend I'm using these colors in the journal. Let's use a narrower one because I like the narrow. Okay, so then if I have this on the page, I would then take some circles. Let me grab my circles. I'll show you what I do. Oh no. Oh well, the cleaner will get that. Should I get a clean piece of paper so you can see what I'm doing? That might be a nice thing to do. Okay. So here's the edge of my page. And it's boring because it's just blank. You can scallop it, whatever you like. A lot of times what I'll do is I will take thin strips of paper and put them down on the edge. Sometimes I'll have a couple go the other way, so then I've got a proper corner or whatever to work with. So I've got something like that. Then I'll do like a swirly kind of stamp, maybe underneath it, maybe against the side of it. And I would add some fun embellishment kind of things, maybe a couple of buttons, that kind of thing, just a little spark. And then I would use a twinchie as the focal point. Does that make sense? Well, let's put it the right way around. Okay, so then if I put the twinchie down, I might just glue this edge down so you could tuck something into it. Or, you know what I mean? Does that make sense? I would glue it in the corner with, two edges so we could tuck in from the corner. I will put it on a belly band. I would decorate it a little bit more lace, something more like this. Add a little bit more lace. Make it maybe scallop the edge a little bit. Use like those fancy scissor things and put it on a belly band. I might just have it and use it as pockets, like little pockets. Just glue down one bottom edge so that you can have stuff tucked in. You could have like 3 of them if you do a series. I've got series of inchies, and I will put them like down an edge diagonally, like this way. It's just a little bit of whimsy to add punch. Oh, look, I just smeared that glue. Oh, well. Didn't like it anyway. You know what I mean? Like you will gladly steal. It's not my idea. It's just, I have stuff like this on hand so that when I'm building a journal, I'll pull out a bin of something and go, okay, I want to use 3 twinchies. How am I going to use them? And I'll just do 3 different pages. I'll add them to the page. Or if I've got belly bands pre-made, I'll glue one on a belly band so it's just ready to go. If the journal is themed, I don't normally do themed journals, although I did that. I'm doing the cat journals and I've done snowman journals, but that's normally my journals are eclectic. They're just vibrant colors, random bits of whimsy. Like I'll have I've just started with the aliens, but I might have like an alien peeking out on the side, or a Goonie bird, or I might find a picture of an animal in a calendar and it's too big to use as a page. So I might just cut out the head part and have him peeking up out of a pocket or a tuck spot. I might put a party hat on him or sunglasses. So, like, I'm random. Susan, I just randomly add stuff. You're not stealing my idea because you're going to make it your own. Totally. You see what I do, and you're going to go, oh, but this would look very cool like this. And just play. Just play. Okay, these need to go away because I'm going to dump them. I know how I work. Okay, so I consider this one done, and it's cute. You know, I might put some beads on the strings later. I might take I use a lot of hole punch. That's why I've always got pages on my desk with hole punch on. So I might add hole punch things like little dangly bits. Um, yeah, okay. I have two more. Three more. I'm working on this one. This one, you know what? Since I smeared I'm just going to toss it because I'm not a fan. Didn't turn out the way I envisioned. Away it goes. No more trying to salvage. Just do, right? Just do. So I've got these circles. They're not quite nice circles. I'm just going to come in and make them just a little bit neater. Not that I'm a perfectionist by any means, but they look kind of goofy. And then I'm going to take, what am I going to take? You know what? I've got some orange paint. No problems. No problem, Susan. You know, on Sunday I was playing making frames, picture frames, and showing how I use frames on journal pages. So it's just about sharing kind of what you do so that others are going to do it their way, right? Like, yeah, I know you know. Not everybody's going to do that in a journal. That's fine. I just hope that what I throw out there, people can take and adapt to what they're working on at the time. So I just took a little bit of this orange acrylic paint. It looks like it's a folk art. I can't see because there was a label on it. Folk art tangerine or plaid. It's a plaid. So I guess that's the folk art. Anyway, a little bit of that. Trusty old toothpick. I'm going to make dots on this center circle. And it's going to look like it goes over and under. So I'm going to go over this one, and it looks like I went under that one. So it's going to go under that one. So I'm placing the dots so that it looks kind of like these are woven. If that makes sense. They're interlocking rings. And then I'm going to come with a white outline there. So it looks like it's wherever it crosses. Did I just do that one backwards? Nope. And that one's over. So it goes like this. So now I'm just going to connect the whites. Sounds like I got on my soapbox there, guys. Sorry. You know I get excited about sharing. This one will go like this and like this. They're not very great circles, but that's okay. And again, this could just be the background, and I might just cover it all up anyway. I don't know if you look on Pinterest, but if you look on Pinterest and you look up like page edgings or borders, you'll find all kinds of those, and some of them are absolutely stunning. And of course, I just play with it my way. So I still have a fair bit of that orange paint. Let's take a brush and do a couple of corners in this paint. Look, I even got a cup of water today, so I don't have to run away and get water. And it's not like I had it planned. So I'm just using it. It's a very, very pale, like a yellowy, doesn't cover worth a tinker's darn. Well, I can't just have 2. I have to have 3 because odd numbers, odd numbers. All right. All right. Whew. I have been on for an hour, guys. And I still have 3 to go. I'm going to do this one, and then I'm going to have to call it a day because I need to bake bread for supper and maybe a cake or something. So I'm just going to outline what I just painted. The paint. Oh, look, it paint dried really nice and fast. Okay, so now I've got some little flowers in the corners. I'm going to... This one I'm just going to be doodling on. So in the center of these holes, I'll do a spiral. This one I'm just going to draw straight things. And I'll do these ones the other way. And then this one this way. Again. Oh, wrong way. Oh, no, it's okay. Nobody will know but us. Nobody will know but us. Kind of fun. Kind of fun. Yep, yep, yep. So let's do in 4s around here. Am I ignoring you guys? I'm sorry. I'm zoning. Nobody's talking anyway. Who invented leaf blowers? Honestly, ugh, I find them. I guess they're probably really handy. I just, why not just take a broom and sweep it off? What? And my husband just loves it. Just loves it. I have no clue. Yeah, no. They're noisy. I do need to prep for feeding the family. I do, but that's okay. It's the teenage boys that I'm more worried about than, my daughters, because those boys can eat. And now that it's nice out, I'm sure that they're much more active. Okay, so I just doodled this one. Again, they don't have to be really elaborate all the time. You come across this in a journal and somebody goes, "Oh, look, they drew that themselves. You could feel where they glued this stuff on, and look, it's paint." It's just a little bit of whimsy and awe, right? Thank you. So out of we did manage to get 3 done. I did a cluster, I did a doodle. I guess this one's another doodle with a little bit of slow stitching. Yeah, a boy thing. Yeah. Yeah, I guess, gotta have those tools. I don't know. It's okay. I get it. I just smile and nod. This one looks like a teddy bear, guys. Do I make him into a bear? Do I make him into a really cute little panda type bear? Okay, I'll do that and then I'll go. Yeah, I do inchies as well. I love doing inchies, and so we're gonna make this guy into like a panda-ish kind of thing. And around one eye, right? And he's just going to be a little panda bear. So I'm going to need a white circle, just a white punched circle. This is we know what this is. It's Recollections 1-inch punch. Oh, is that going to be too big? That's going to be too big. Never mind. We are going to use a Recollections 5/8 inch punch. Thanks, Anne. I do enjoy my family. They don't necessarily enjoy me, but I do enjoy them. I like teddy bears. Oh, look, I got gold glitter on them and green paint. Dirty fingers. Okay, let's do a bear's nose and stuff. I want a black one of those. So we're going to do a bear's nose. That's a pen. We don't need to be in with the markers. That's blue. That's another pen. When you get supplies, when somebody is gracious enough to give you all their supplies. So I'm going to do a bear's nose and some freckles because we can, and then mouth. And we're going to do these eyes. That one's not writing very good on there. Oh no. Yeah. Well, thanks for coming and be safe. Be safe. Be safe. I'm going to be zooming around the kitchen shortly too. And I know that spilled flour can be just really, really bad for you. Really bad. Made bread yesterday and can be pretty slippery. Just doing some pink in the ears, did the eyes, go around his muzzle, that white muzzle that I put on him. And then white gel pen in the eyes. Guess I should have used white paint. Get the white paint. Just get the white paint. Thanks, Pam. You guys know I like to work small. I don't know what it is. I've always liked working really small like this. Oh, that's probably too thick a brush. We'll use it anyway. We'll be very careful. Just a round brush. It's got no name. It's got no number. Just going around his eyes a little bit. It's not a very good brush because it's leaving marks. We'll use black in the middle for his pupil. And I'm just going to use it. That's not big enough for the dot for the eye. That one's better. I just use the end of my paintbrush, dip it in the paint. He looks almost more like a mouse now than a bear. His ears are too big. So he's a mouse. I don't know. You know how it goes when you're creating. Yeah, the paint's really wet, so I'm just trying to float some white on the black for highlights. It's not going to work. Too wet yet. That one worked. Why don't you want to work? There we go. And, you know, I can always make his head a little bit bigger. And then it would look more bear-like instead of mouse-like. I'll just make my black bear with a white nose. There we go. Now he looks like a teddy. There. He does look like a teddy. And then, of course, you would go with just a black pen and do scribble all the way around so that it looks like fur. Is it because I'm in a hurry, I'm talking fast? Or is it because... Why? Why am I having trouble talking today? Fast, simple bear, guys. And he's got glitter on his face. Tomorrow is my last day of cooking with my friend. She figures she's got enough food in her freezer after tomorrow, so that's another day that I can create or finish my transplanting. There, I just did a bear. And I would consider him done too. So I've got 4 done. I was hoping to get more done, but that's okay. You know how you get on a roll and you just kind of get in the zone and focus, and you just one thing leads to another. But I still have a whole bin of 20s I need to use up. I always come out with more because when I cut up my gel prints for whatever I'm using, I end up with inchies and twinchies. So, yes. Well, I want to thank you guys all for being here today. I really appreciate you coming and enduring my crazy, messy desk. I thought I had it clean. I lied to myself. It wasn't nearly as clean as I needed it, but that's me. I will have it much tidier for Friday, I promise. See, I never did cut out those leaves that I was going to do. What was I going to do with thin leaves? Do you guys remember? Oh, it's okay. It's okay. I will use them. So thanks again for being here, everybody. I appreciate you. And I'm going to say goodbye. And I will see you soon. Take care. Have a wonderful day.